The people that we talk to and work with in Appalachian communities, I think, get it. You know, there's no white knight that's going to come in here and save any Appalachian community. Appalachian communities are going to save themselves. And I think the next phase of Appalachia is going to be this era of hope and recovery, recovering our communities and our land.
I think we have very gifted, very talented young people in our area. They have great minds. They may not have access to things that people have or take for granted in other places, but they have access to a lot of different types of things. My mom always preached at me to do the best you can with what you've got. We've had people from the Blanton Forest Trust in the school, and they had an honors day for the kids who'd worked on the Blanton Forest project. And they gave them, each one of the children, a stewardship award and a Forward in the Fifth t-shirt.
Feel the bottom of it. If the forest is beautiful to us Harlan people, us mountain people, because every time we look at it, it just reminds us of what our heritage was like and what the settlers did to come here. And to me, I think it means that we're pretty special now.
We got 88 different kinds of trees.
It's got just the littler ruffles on the sides than the overcut oak. And whenever the overcut oak, it's got a more point on it. And as you can see, this one, it ain't got much of a point. So I'm pretty sure it's a swamp white oak.
I personally think that one of the saddest things that we do in our culture in southeastern Kentucky and Appalachia is to leave children with the impression that if they want to be somebody, that they have to go somewhere else to be somebody. If they want to make their life count, if they want to be important, that they have to go away from here, they have to go away from home, you know, to do that. And the one thing that I would really like these children to grow up with, the concept that they can make a difference where they are.
Thinking about your own local economy and what really drives the local economy. Local entrepreneurs, local businesses are just critical. Some of the businesses that MACED has funded have been with local entrepreneurs. We've worked with, 3 engineers that were doing tool and die making in the garage over an 8-year period. That's a company that has 130 employees now. That's the kind of enterprise that we think really is good for a community and builds a strong community.
When I first came into owning a business on a very small scale, you have to understand, I was a tool maker. That's all I was. I was a tool maker. I ever so often had to fill out a home financial statement or something other, but that's all I ever knew. I didn't know any more than that. I have gotten a college education from MACED over the years on financial management, job cost accounting, things that you have to do to be able to monitor a large-scale operation so that you can choose wisely.
We do more than just invest. We provide technical assistance, business assistance that is necessary to make enterprises successful. The expectation of people changes. There's more hope There's an expectation for something better. There's an expectation that we can have and should have good government, that we can have and should have a prosperous community, that we can have businesses.
Government can work for the people, and it can be honest. The past county judge said that government could not operate and be honest. At that time, the county government was in pretty much a shambles. The county judge was indicted, the Commonwealth attorney, the jailer, the circuit judge was actually indicted and did jail time for corruption in the county, and the county government was pretty bad shape, and a lot of people were really interested in cleaning up Letcher County and making it a better place for the rest of us to live and to stay. Nobody is going to want to bring a company here or start a business here when they don't trust the government, or when they don't feel like the government will respond to their needs, or the government won't follow through on promises of providing sewer and water. And I think that good government can help stabilize the business environment.
Every day it costs the city of Whitesburg bukus of dollars to clean water that shouldn't have to be cleaned up. Not only Whitesburg, but all the way down the system. Every county that uses this river, the people, the towns, the cities, the industry, we need to move as fast as we can, but we need to move cautiously.
I would suppose it began back around the turn of the century when they founded the coal camps. The coal camps were built primarily for the workers. There was no place for all these workers to live that came to work in the coal mines. And originally, I guess they had a community pump with an old handle. Everybody had to carry water home. And eventually, the coal companies did put water in the houses, and when they did that, they had no sewage plants, and they ran straight sewer pipes straight to the river. And that's how it ended up being a straight pipe into the river.
All these homes here on the front row just come in like two together, and they come out into this roadway here, and they go down to the river. Then all the homes that are here on the back row have just got straight lines that go straight out into the creek.
I don't think that Letcher County got in the shape it's in a short time, and I don't think we're going to fix it in a short time. And I think everybody understands that we have to look at other economic development areas and other than coal to try to provide jobs, because there won't be coal at some point. What's going to happen 20 years from now as far as this county is concerned, the population, will either have to move out and find employment other places, or we're going to have to start now creating jobs for the time when the coal does run out, and creating jobs for now.
There's greater opportunity now for people to exert their own influence, their own ideas, create their own future than there's ever been. I mean, when folks were tied to the coal industry totally, and tied to that local power structure that existed around that, there weren't the same options. MACED started a group called Wings, which is a nonprofit group to provide training to women who want to start businesses.
$2 is your change. The Wings thing has been a big help to me personally. It's just being able to network with other women and find out that women are having similar problems in business. And I just didn't know how to keep books or do nothing like that. I had no business background whatsoever. And they were willing to work with me, one-on-one, and you don't get that in a classroom. That's been a big help to me, a support system. 5 years ago, I had no self-confidence, no self-esteem, but having a successful business has given me that much. It's a lot of what I want to give back to other women.
We're not going down this old road of having a few people make decisions about what's going to happen in this community. We're going to do it different. We're going to take a fork in the road over here. We're going to go down a different road. MACED works at that fork in the road. That's where MACED's work is. Where choices are being made and how choices are being made, and creating a pattern of choices that keeps us on track toward us building sustainable communities. Our Sustainable Communities Initiative is about working with people in communities and really integrating all of these different areas that MACED's been working in for 20 years at the community level, working with citizens.
One of the things you talk about with sustainable communities is places where people can get together and learn from each other and exchange information. And that's exactly what happened at our goat field day. Health-conscious people are switching to goat meat, but the biggest segment that is growing is the ethnic population. You know, we have, I think, 60,000 immigrants a week into the United States, and many of those are from Mexico, the Caribbean area, Central America, Haiti, and those places in the Caribbean, and all those areas prefer goat meat to beef. So as they come to the United States, they bring their eating habits with them, and we have to supply that need. And of course, the Muslim population from the Middle East, they are big consumers of goat meat, and they're increasing in the United States, their populations. So there is some growth in the goat industry, and we wanted to capitalize on that. And we went to a ranch in Texas and bought these Spanish meat goats. As far as I know, they were the first ones ever in eastern Kentucky. We brought back like 30 females and 3 billy goats. And we like them. They make the goat more meaty. The action team decided that they wanted to build on the agricultural base that we already have here in Owsley County, because we don't have any manufacturing and we don't have anything really to get quick results like we do with agriculture. And a lot of us felt that by helping the agricultural economy, that would be the quickest way to benefit the largest number of people. So this is my 6th year growing cabbage. Per dollar value, it weighs more than probably any other vegetable there is, you know. And the shipping costs allow us to compete, because we can ship to Lexington or Cincinnati or Louisville and beat our competitors on the shipping cost, you see.
You get enough activity going in enough places, enough people with hope, enough people with the idea that we can do something different, you'll get something different.
It turned out nice and clear, and they took their time. It looks like someone was walking there, and they just had to get it really fast.
Yeah.
Stream of water, you know, you said it was
When they come into the knowledge that they have great gifts themselves, that they have something to share, that they have things here that people don't have other places, and that they have personal first-hand knowledge about these things, and they realize that there's a value in that, it's just like turning a light switch on. They go from being these little lumps of mashed potato or clay waiting to be molded to these little empowered creatures where the sky's the limit and the whole future is just, you know, waiting for them to shape it instead of being shaped by it.